Welcome back to the meditation class. So today we go through the experience teaching means. So what we did learn in the past, all together we go through the experience, right? Because our Dharma friends, they are very interested in studying in Buddhism, which is very good. At the same time, we should not forget all the study we have been studying for many years is only one purpose for controlling our negative or bad thoughts and generating the positive thoughts. If we don't apply, practice all the Dharma knowledge, only keep in as a knowledge, then the Dharma can be very useless. For example, when we were sick, we need to buy medicine. After we buy it, so we have to take the medicine according to the prescription. Otherwise, no point, no reason to learn Dharma. Also, why we need to study Dharma, why we need to study? Because we want to practice it, right? Without study, we cannot practice the Dharma. So studying Dharma is mainly practicing. All the practice we do in our daily life, there's only two purpose: decrease or negative thoughts in general, particularly anger, hatred, jealousy, involves. Those are the serious negative thoughts, makes lots of problem for ourselves, make problem for others. So we go through the experience of our daily study. So first, everybody, sit relaxedly, be relaxed. Your body must be very relaxed. Your mind also very relaxed. Take a short kind of resting. Rest your body, rest your mind. Be relaxed. When we physically try to be relaxed, suddenly, then we're going to notice our heart, beating is very fast or too slow. Also, you can feel our brain is so active. So in order to relax the heart and our brain, or all the thoughts, first everybody do, the breathing meditation, the simple one. Just focus on your breath and remember, the breath in and out. Just focus on breath. in and out. The breath can be short, long, very short, is individual. If your body still not really come down, not fully able to relax, then you need to take long breath in and out. So when you breathe out, make sure all the energy or wind, oxygen come out from your heart, from your lungs, from your brain. Your mind, totally mindful about your breath in and out. After in, a short stop. Exhale, also short breath. Stop short time. Now, within the mindfulness, within the calm mind, everybody reflect on our own life since we were born just few days, few months, few years, 3, 4 years, 10 years old. So we're busy in school, we are so busy studying in the university or the higher education. That time, we really have a strong excitement to have a happy and good life. We know that until we finish our study, we didn't have a such as happy and good life because we've been so busy with studying. Since we were born until finish our education, studying in the university, we didn't experience the ultimate happiness, the real happiness. Then somehow we got a job, you go to a certain position in different office, different area, and you got a job. Also, we feel I will be very happy. I can have a good life after I retire. Until retired, until 50, 60 years old, also, we didn't have such as real happy life. Morning, we are very happy. Afternoon, we feel very upset. Evening, also very upset. Few days, few weeks, few months, few years, we are very unhappy, very upset. We are not really content with our life. Even though you were born in Singapore, you have all the best facilities, the house, the food, transportation, electricity, water, cleanness, everything you have. You have all the best condition. Still, the owners, we are not happy at all. Because since we were born until today, we've been through three sufferings. Suffering of sufferings, all kinds of sickness, suffering of change, sometimes we have a serious suffering of the relationship. So we've been through suffering of change. So when we are enjoying, such as good meals, we feel I'm happy that moment. Actually, that time, we are experiencing the suffering of change. We have suffering of change. Particularly, we have a aging suffering. At the end, suffering of the death, suffering of born, aging, and death. When we realize, now I'm quite old, we feel very upset. Then slowly we realize, somehow, nobody can save me. The best doctor, the best medicine, one of the best hospital, nobody can save us. So one day, we're going to die. Death will come. At the moment when we are dying, we're going to realize nobody can go with us, with me. You can say with me mean you. Even though my best guru, teacher, who are Buddha, who are be Bodhisattva, they also cannot go with you as a friend. All the wealth, all the material things, so you have accumulated. I have accumulated for many years through a lot of difficulties, through a lot of problems, through a lot of sacrificing. None of the thing I can bring with me, even though my own body, which is with me since we are born, also I cannot carry No matter the body is healthy, unhealthy, the body has to live. Likewise, in our previous life, the previous lives, millions of lives. So just we've been through all these difficulties, problems. Someday we were born as human. After 10, 20, 100 years, then we were born in hell, hungry beings. Even though we were born into celestial beings, still we are in samsara. Our lives totally cycle, rich, poor, very poor, human being, animal, hungry beings. So millions of years, countless years, we are not able to escape from the cycle of the life. Please cultivate renunciations. Means you need to think, you need to determine. I really want to break the cycle of my life. I really want to get out, really want to free from the suffering existence, suffering and cause of suffering. I really need to learn how to cut the cycle of life, a cycle of suffering. I wish I'm serious about free from suffering, cause of suffering, achieve the ultimate, the actual happiness as ordinary beings. Until this lifetime, I didn't know how to break the cycle of life. I didn't know how to get rid of the root of the samsara, the root of sufferings, the root of all problems, which is ignorance. I need urgently who can teach me, show me how to cut the root of the samsara, how to eliminate all the affecting emotions and all the negative karmas. Therefore, I need to take refuge to the Guru and Buddha, the qualified Guru, the Guru who has the unmistaken or the pure Dharma knowledge, not just having knowledge, have the experience of all the practices, rely on the Guru and Buddhas who exactly can teach me the path to liberation, who can teach me the path to eliminate ignorance and afflict emotions. Take refuge to the Buddha as your excellent guru or teacher. Second, it's not just enough taking refuge to the Guru and Buddha. I need to learn I need the right and the good instruction, teaching how to eliminate the suffering and the cause of suffering. I need the right, unmistaken instruction how to achieve the ultimate happiness, happy all the time. Therefore, I need to take refuge to the Dharma, actual refuge, actual protections. Yes, I have the excellent Guru and Buddha. I receive all the excellent instruction and teaching from the Gurus and Buddhas, but I'm not always with them. They are not always with me. The most time I can be with the Sangha who are already on the path to liberation, who already experience the Dharma. So I need to rely on the excellent Sangha. Without them, without relying on them, I'm not going to know how to myself free from suffering. I'm not going to know how to achieve the ultimate, the everlasting happiness. Therefore, please take refuge to the Guru, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha until we free from suffering, until we reach to the ultimate happiness state. So we chant taking refuge in Sanskrit. Remember the Tibetan, take refuge from your heart. Let's say you are in the morning, you are going to take refuge with the Guru, with the Dhamma Sangha. Guru Sharanam Gacchami Buddha Sharanam Gacchami Dharma Sharanam Gacchami Sangha Sharanam Gacchami Guru Sharanam Gacchami Buddha Sharanam Gacchami Dharma Sharanam Gacchami Sangha Sharanam Gacchami Guru Sharanam Gacchami Buddha Sharanam Gacchami Dharma Sharanam Gacchami Sangha Sharanam Gacchami I take refuge to the Guru, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha until I become a Buddha. So take refuge to the Gurus and Buddha as an excellent teacher. Take refuge to the Dharma as an actual refuge, actual protectors. So when you are able to cultivate the Dharma in your mind stream, you can be free from the suffering. Therefore, the Dharma is an actual refuge. Take refuge to the Sangha as a practice, study component. How long? Until we become a Buddha. If I only thinking myself, my own interest, my own benefit, my own ultimate happiness. Also, you can think if you only practice the Hinayana path. But other human beings, other living beings in the samsara, there are our relatives. All sentient beings used to be our dearest mother, father, sister, friends, wife, husband. Therefore, we should not ignore others' happiness. Even though this lifetime, so most of us are on 60s. For the last 60 years, whatever we have, the food, the drink, the house, the road, the transportation, the money, the position, the name, the fame, include your healthy body, healthy mind, everything's come through others. Not only one, two, 10, 20 peoples. It's come through millions of people. Not only people, not only human beings, also come through lots of millions of animals, the fish meat, the chicken, the beef, the eggs, the milk, all of them come from non-human living being, like animals. Need to remember them. So recognize all sentient beings without exclude. All sentient beings recognize as your dear mother. Visualize all sentient beings. Recognize them as your dearest friends, your dearest mother. Being a mother, how many kindness, happiness provided by the mother. Remember kindness of all human beings in Singapore, all human beings from out of Singapore, like Malaysia, Thailand, Burma, Indonesia, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos. Remember kindness of all people in Asia. Not only people, remember kindness of all sentient beings in Asia. Remember kindness of all people from Europe, America, Africa. Not only on these planets, remember the kindness of all living beings in samsara. Please cultivate the strong memory to remember their kindness. Not only remember, sincerely wish to repay their kindness. I wish, I'm very sincere about repaying kindness of all sentient beings in this lifetime. So when we remember all sentient beings used to be our dearest mother, then we have a pure love, loving kindness towards all sentient beings. Please cultivate pure loving and kindness towards all human beings, include your enemy around you. Only wish all sentient beings be happy and cause of happiness. May I all sentient beings free from suffering and cause of suffering cultivate pure compassion towards all sentient beings. So when we recognize all human beings are equal to kindness, compassionate towards us as our dearest mother, our dearest one of the friend, then there's no any basis to discriminate. These are my friend, those are my enemy, those are nothing, for me. We should not have any discrimination. We give a same, treat towards all sentient beings. I wish may all sentient beings free from suffering, cause of suffering. I wish may all sentient beings have a happiness and cause of happiness. At this moment, I can make a wish. I don't have the ability. I don't have the power free all sentient being from suffering, bring all sentient being in happiness state, ultimate happiness state, because I am very simple, ordinary person. If I be ordinary person, next life, after next life, I don't think, 100% sure, I don't think I can, provide happiness for sentient being. Therefore, in order to benefit all sentient being, I have to be Buddha. So, in order to benefit all sentient beings, may I become Buddha. Please cultivate bodhicitta from your heart, from your depth of your heart. You sincerely think, wish, I want to be Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Cultivate bodhicitta. May I become Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Sanye chodan soye chonam la janjo bardo lani gyalso chi. These are taking the push. Dagi chen so ye be sonam ye. Rola pencher sangye droba jo. Cultivate bodhicitta, the conventional bodhicitta. This moment, we have a just very strong inspiration, very strong sincere wishing to be Buddha, to benefit all sentient being. It's not just enough to have the strong inspiration. We need to enter into practice of bodhicitta. We have to enter into the actual practice of bodhisattva. Therefore, next you can think through my practice of six perfection, may I become Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Simple you can think. So in order to become Buddha, I need to practice the six perfections. Perfections of generosity, be generous. Generous doesn't mean only giving the material things. There's a three types of generosity. Giving the material things is one. Giving life is the second. Giving teachings also the third one. As ordinary beings, in daily life, every day, you can give something to someone. In your daily life, you can give a good advice to your family, to your friends, to your co-worker who are facing the relationship problem, or are facing economic problem, or are facing the health problems. You can give the simple advice. You can give a simple teaching from your heart with the pure intentions. Also, monthly, yearly, you can give. So in Singapore, the fish liberation is one of the, available almost every week, every month, every years. If you could, you attend the fish liberation. If you cannot, you can make some contribution, release more fish from the fish farm. Therefore, practicing generosity. Second is the perfection of ethical discipline. Generally, if you are a very ethical person, no matter you are Buddhist or non-Buddhist, being an ethical person is good for you, good for your families, particularly if you are married, if you are couple. So ethical discipline is very important. Also, there are three types of ethical discipline, three types of practice of Shila. Third, the practice of patience. Again, in our lifetime, so many problems, difficulties, inconvenience, thing happen because first, we are not be enough patience. Second, we lose our patience. So we get angry. We become very angry persons. Then, first you have a fighting within your families, fighting your neighbors, fighting with your co-workers. Then all the peaceful environment destroyed. Practice the patience. And the practice perfection of joy effort. We need a joy effort in general, particularly when you practice the Dharma. We always have a sense of joy when you practice Dharma. We must have a sense of joy effort when you do meditation, particularly when you do the single point meditation. You always need a joy effort. When you put effort, not by force, is by joy, by happiness, joy effort. Then perfection of single point meditation or perfection of shamatha or samatha. Then perfection of vipassana. After you cultivate bodhicitta, then you need to think, you need to say when you are alone. In order to become a Buddha, I want to practice the 6 perfections. The 6 perfections become very pure, very perfect, very excellent when you have the perfection of wisdom. Without perfections of wisdom, the 5 perfections are look like blind group of people. They cannot go much. In order to have the perfections of wisdom, we must have a vipassana. In order to accomplish vipassana meditation, first we must accomplish the shamatha. Remember the order, right? Now first we go through shamatha meditation. There can be so many objects of shamatha meditations. Today, we commonly use our breath of object of shamatha meditation or breath. First, I will say a few things. Means remember the 4 powers, right? 4 powers. What is the first power? Power of, please reply. Power of hearing. You need to hear. You need to learn from your guru, from your teacher, from your books. Okay, so I will just simply say, okay, when you do shamatha meditation based on your breath, first you have to be very calm, be calm. Then just focus your intention, mindfulness on the breath. You need to just remember the air is going in and out. After going in, you must have a short pause. Then breathe out, short pause. You do a few times, just mindful only about your breath. So this means I'm just, teaching how to do the mindfulness on your breath. So while you are, mindful on your breath in and out, certainly if you remember any other things, even the recitation, chanting, visualization, you should not stop. Only your mind focus or your mindfulness fully mindful on your breath, in, stop, out, stop. This is hearing power. Second, what's the second power? Power of reflection. Here, power of reflection on in the instruction. Now you need to reflect what I said, what I explained. Breath in and out, in and pause, out and pause, in and pause. Slowly, you need to feel only the breath in and out. You should not think the breath is going in. You should not think the breath is going out. You just feel the in and out. Reflect on the instruction. So what is the third power? Power of mindfulness, the most important one, the power of mindfulness. Right? So you use your breath as an object of meditation, the object of concentration. Most important one, your mindfulness have to mindful only breath. Mindful only breath, nothing else. So what is the fourth power?
Vigilance.
Power of vigilance or power of awareness. Right? So while you are mindful on your breath in and out, first don't forget your breath as object meditation. Clear? Don't never ever forget the breath is your object of meditation. You always need to remember the breath in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. In between your mind's wandering about food and drink, you need to aware. In between your mind is wandering about your house, your cars, your bank account, things, you need to aware. Immediately, you bring back your intention, your mindfulness on your breath. Therefore, power of vigilance, power of awareness. What's the fifth power? Power of perseverance or power of joy effort. And therefore, so you need to put effort to have continuous mindfulness. You need to put effort when the mind is wandering. You need to put effort, the mind bring back on the breath. Right? Okay. So this is kind of instruction of the hearing power. You hear, right? Now you reflect on particularly the five powers. Because hearing means while you are meditating, you need to remember what I said, what I explained to you, hearing power. Reflection means you need to learn how to actually apply the instruction in your meditation. Then mindfulness, the vigilance. Okay, now we all commonly, focus on our breath, fully mindful on the breath. The breath can be short, can be long, can be very long, can be short, no matter your breath, very generally, very normal way. Make sure don't forget the pause. This moment, we try to achieve the first, the nine mental state. The first one among the nine, the first one. Just able to focus on it short time. Breathe in and out. Short time. Okay, in between, we all together commonly, suddenly we remember, like drinking a cup of coffee, right? That means our mind is wondering about the coffee. So we aware our mind is not focusing, our mindfulness is totally forget the object of meditation, which is breath, because our mind is wondering about drinking coffee. Okay, then you just think it is not the time, to think about the coffee. It is time to focus on my breath. Bring the mind again, focus on your breath. Now, the duration become a bit longer. We can focus continuously on our breath, few seconds. Then we reach our the mental state on the second level, the second one continues on. Okay, here we have to remember from first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Until fifth, we need to learn, we need to practice how to focus on the chosen object. At that time, we need to control the excitement. The excitement. So this moment, you should not, you don't worry about the laxity. You must, worry, or you must careful about the excitement. Make sure the mind is not going away until the fifth, because we are learning. So we are practicing mainly how to focus, how to mindful on the chosen object, which is breath, short time, continuously, mind's wandering, bring back, focus continuously. That time, we are very much careful about the excitement. Then, fifth, six, seven, eight, nine. The next four mental steps, we don't need to worry about the excitement, right? Because we learn how to control our mind, how to focus on the chosen object, right? So that means we train our mind how to focus on the chosen object continuously. So that means our mind can sit, can set on the chosen object, right? Then there's some dangers. We have the laxity. When you're able to focus, the object is not so clear, but still you can able to focus on the chosen object. The chosen object is not so clear. There's no much distraction. Your mind cannot distract because you control your mind. Right? For example, many of you have seen somebody has like a 2 years child. The child is very active, very active. Then you just play with the child. You give us some gift or candy, small toys. Then the child become quite. The child is under your control, right? Control. Then you can see what happened when the child is under your control and keep in your lap. Then slowly the child going to sleep, right? Going to sleep. Exactly same. Our mind is very active, wandering everywhere, wandering with everything. So due to our effort, be able to control our mind, be able to mindful on the chosen object. We can focus on the chosen object continuously 20, 30 minutes. Then what happened? Mind become very relaxed, right? When the mind become relaxed, slowly the object going to forget. Object going to forget the chosen object. So that time, then you have to be very careful about the laxity, right? Laxity. So based on the the people experience, one of the monk who did long retreat in Dharamshala, uh, close to the Islamist temple in the mountain. The monks did shamatha meditation for 1 year. Then the monk can realize somehow my memory is lost. My memory become very big. They cannot remember things very clearly. Then he thought something wrong with my meditation. Then he came to see His Holiness Dalai Lama. He explained, after I have done this, shamatha meditation for a long time, my memory become very weak. My mind become very foggy. I cannot see things clearly. I cannot remember things clearly. Then His Holiness said, I think while you are doing meditation, you didn't, realize a laxity. That means you learn for 1 year, not think much, just think only one object, one object, one object. Then that moment, the mind is so also vivid. Remember, vivid intensity. There's no vivid intensity. Therefore, we have to be very much careful about laxity after the fifth, the mind state, the mental state among the mind. Likewise, also in the America, again, one of the meditator, he meditated for a long time in the mountain. Then after he come out from the retreat, look like people can see he's totally lost, walking like this now. He cannot remember much because he didn't realize the laxity. For us, very easy to realize the excitement with distraction. excitement, distraction is very similar. Your mind is just go somewhere. Then excitement can be two types. So excitement, right? Two types to remember. One caused by attachment. Attached to food and drink and people, environment, your mind is going everywhere because of the attachment, right? And another types of distraction or excitement can be caused by other thoughts. It can be negative thoughts, can be positive thoughts. While you are doing meditation, suddenly you remember your enemy because of the caused by anger. It reminds you. It's negative thoughts. Also, while you are, meditating on your breath, suddenly it's very interesting. When you just sit around talking with your friends, play with your phone and computer, you cannot remember reading books and recitation, chanting, you cannot remember. While you open a book, suddenly you remember, oh, I need to do chanting, right? Oh, I need to go to temple. Oh, I need to offer light. This also the excitement, is distraction, is caused by the positive thoughts. So we have to be very, be honest, have to be serious. If you really want to, practice, achieve shamatha, in Tibetan called Geshe, then while you are meditating on, while you are mindful of your breath, even though you remember your guru, stop the thoughts. That moment, remember your guru, remember dharma, teaching, those also is obstacle for achieving shamatha. Right? So if you want to do, you need to set a time. That also is, explained by Lama Tsongkhapa, the duration, how long I should sit in the sitting meditations. The answer was very simple. Lama Tsongkhapa said the durations, right? So I think all of you have the lamrim. You can open your lamrim in your home. The duration, which number? Okay, before the duration, the most important here, we have a serious misunderstanding of object of meditation. Okay, everybody, please remember, we have a serious misunderstanding of object of meditation. Let's say, please everybody meditate on, like Buddha. Many people just, keep a Buddha in front of you, you're just watching the Buddha. Just keep watching in the Buddha, right? The actual Buddha statue, the painting, those are not object of meditation. Not at all. Also, when you say, okay, please meditate on impermanence of, life, impermanence of flower. Also, the flower is not going to be object of meditation. The impermanence of the flower on the flower is not the object of meditations. Clear? So before I explain, I will read from here. The synonyms of the object of meditation, they are synonyms for the image, or the mental appearances of this object of meditation explained above. And this means the image. When somebody say, please meditate on, impermanence, First, you do some analytical meditation. You analyze about the object. Clear? Analyze or study about the object. The object is permanent or impermanent. Impermanent or permanent, or maybe neither. So after you study any object around you, in your mind, you're going to understand, yes, this object is impermanent. Then you have an understanding on impermanent, right? That means when you meditate on impermanent, you just focus on the understanding of impermanence. You have the kind of appearance, or you have the the image of impermanence of a flower. The synonyms here. There are synonyms for the image or the mental appearances of the object of meditation explained above this. This point upon which the attention is skipped or meditative based of the concentration as a state of that means that's just simply, even though when you are saying, please meditate on Buddha, you should not think you are here, the Buddha is there, right? You must have the image of the Buddha in your mind. Therefore, you just focus the image of the Buddha in your mind. So the image become object of meditations. Yes, also in Tibet, there are certain, and all lineage has the, the kind of the methods. Sometimes people have a lot of distraction. Then the person, the meditator, just facing towards the wall. There's no other things on the wall. On the wall, they just draw an image of the Buddha or symbol Om, just one syllable. Right? Nothing else on the wall, only the syllable. Then, mistakenly, some meditator just open eyes, just watch the syllable is mistake. First, you need to watch the syllable. After watching, slowly you have the image of the in your mind. Then you just focus the image of the in your mind. Right? Then when we use the image as an object of meditation, when you use the Buddha's image or the Buddha as a meditation object, it's difficult because the size can be changed, the color can be changed, the feature can be changed. Very difficult. Compared with using our own breath. When you focus on your breath, you can see there's no color, no size. But the breath, the duration of the breath, long becomes short, short becomes shorter, short becomes longer, long becomes longer. It depends on your thoughts. If you have a lot of thoughts, even though you are doing meditation, you are meditating on your breath, suddenly you feel, the breath is become quite long, or the breath is very kind of breathing in breath, not naturally, coming in and out. It's breathing in. You have some different thoughts. So therefore, Buddha asks, use your own breath as object of meditations. Through the breath, the rhythm, we can say the rhythm, the breath, rhythm, you're going to notice, my breath has changed. Why? Yes, I thought about food. Yes, I thought about this. And therefore, as a beginner, we can use the breath as the object of meditation for next few weeks. Then make sure you are not fall into laxity. The laxity is very, kind of difficult to aware. Therefore, many meditators have a serious mistake in, the actual concentration and concentration with the laxity. Interestingly, you can feel the laxity, concentration become friend. Right? Laxity and concentration become friend. But concentration and excitement never become friend. Right? When the excitement come, the man has gone wandering somewhere. Very easy to realize. While you are meditating on the chosen object, we're not going to aware the laxity is there. This means this moment laxity and the concentration look like one. So make sure your mind is not influenced by the laxity. Right? Then, so without reading this book, also there's another mistake is very common. Many people think the laxity and the lethargy, right? The word lethargy. Huh? Lethargy. What do you mean lethargy? Tiredness. That when Tibetan we call Jumpa. Jumpa means, for example, I ask all of you, please watch focusfully the person, right? All of you are just your mind is fully focused on the person. Suddenly, your mind is a bit tired. Then what happened? The focus becomes loose. Slowly, you can see the person, but you cannot see the movement of the hands because you are not fully focusing. Your focus is divided, lethargy. Then also laxity, lethargy, the foggy mind are totally different. Lethargy can be happen by sleeping. If you eat a lot of food, suddenly you fall asleep. You try to meditate on, you cannot because of the food. The sleepy cause to arouse lethargy. Lethargy, right? Therefore, the calming is the best in the early morning. I'm not sure, I'm going to say my experience. Two things is very important to have the good mindfulness or meditation. Two things. One is I think the environment, the temperatures. The temperature is too cold, you cannot focus. The temperature is very hot, you cannot. Also that, kind of good environment. Second, I think the location is also depends. For example, you sit in your house, in your room, you focus in the east, which tests. Sometimes you can feel, if I focus on the east, my mind is not focused. Then you change the position in the east, north, or south. Here, TBC, if I do meditation facing towards the Buddha, then I feel behind him, like little bit, because people passing the door, right? And I feel quite annoying. Right? Then facing this way, because behind there's nothing, facing this way, then I feel more comfortable, have a better mindfulness. Number two, right? The temperature and the position. That is very much again on the food. Food, but like a garlic, like meat. If you are serious kind of meditator who how to achieve serenity or shamatha, then taking the garlic or taking the non-veg food also cause to have a laziness, sleep is right, sleepy. Then another important one, so while you are doing meditation, usually everyone say free from the laziness, should not be lazy. Okay, so we have a little time, I will explain the how to clear the 5 obstacles, right? Laziness, what are they? Laziness, distraction, huh? The English, I cannot remember this one. Okay, what are the, can you see the 5?
Forgetting the instruction. Forgetting the instruction, discipline, excitement, non-application, and
Yes, correct. Laziness, forgetfulness, then
and excitement.
lelo, jenge, excitement,
Non-application.
not application, applications, right? Application. Now, among the obstacles, the laziness is the worst thing in our life generally. Generally. For example, some of us become quite heavy, they're quite fatty, right? Heavy. Our mind, we thought, I really need to reduce, right? I really need to reduce my weight. You surely you determine, then you'd go for, let's say, walking for, you determine, you finalize, I'm going to walk for 10 kilometers. After 1 kilometer, you're going to give up. It's also laziness. Right? Then also, so you want to walk for 10 kilometers. So after 1 kilometer, you stop, you play your phone, phone or calling here. It's also laziness, become lazy. So in Tibetan we call, yiluk in you, lelu means you don't want to practice. You don't want to practice. You don't want to do meditation. It's laziness. Then you want to do meditation, but while you are meditating, you want to do so many other activities. It's also laziness. There's 3 types of laziness. How we clear laziness? How we can, be free from the laziness? Let's say, for example, I ask, okay, everybody walks continuously on the Bukitima, top of the Bukitima, continuously, don't stop anywhere, but don't stop, walk continuously until Bukitima, top of the Bukitima, right? Also, of course, everybody would ask, what I'm going to get from there, right? Usually you ask, why I need to go there? What I can get there? Without, reason, without purpose, you're not going to move. Am I correct? Let's say, okay, in the top of the Butima, there's a 10 kilo of diamond. 10 kilo of diamond. 10 kilo. What do you think? Huh? No, I'm not lying. There are. There is. I'm not lying. Let's say, sure, you come somehow through the news, some you realize, yes, there's a 10 kilo diamond. Then what you can think, yes, I want to go. Because you're going to achieve, you're going to get the diamond. Right? So before you try to free yourself from laziness, you have to make sure you fully believe have a strong faith for the benefit of achieving shamatha and vipassana. Right? The benefit of achieving shamatha and vipassana. So after you achieve shamatha and vipassana, what are you going to achieve? What are you going to achieve? What? The simple shamatha and vipassana, after you achieve them, you are able to control any of negative thoughts. You totally able to suppress. You can really suppress any kinds of negative thoughts, suppress. Can you imagine? Right now we have anger, attachment, desire, all kinds of negative thoughts. For the next few months, you are able to suppress, right? How much you will be happy. Need to believe the benefit of achieving shamatha vipassana. First one, that is the basic thing. It can be achieved by the non-Buddhist, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, non-believer. These are not the kind of religion things. The second most important benefit you can have, eliminating anger, eliminating hatred, attachment, desire, particularly ignorance. Right? Ignorance. Ignorance is the main cause of all the misunderstanding, misperceptions. When you are totally free from the misperception, how much you will be happy. Right? Until now, even though the monks and nun who has a high realization, they are having a lot of emotional problems because of the misperceptions. Until today, we all, our time, energy, everything we spend for based on the misperception. Misperception. So you think after I achieve shamatha and vipassana, first I can suppress all the negative thoughts. That means you look like, for you, as order, you look like you really achieve the cessation. You achieve the liberation, but not yet. Second, then is coming to the main point. After you achieve shamatha and vipassana, then you need to change the object of meditation, which is emptiness. Emptiness. Through meditating on emptiness with the vipassana, then gradually you are really, cutting the root of the ignorance. One day, then you can going to achieve liberations. So first, everybody need to remember there's lots of benefit of achieving shamatha and vipassana. Then your laziness become quite light. Correct? And light. Because you can see, if I ask you to walk Buktima, nobody wants. Somebody say, okay, it takes 2 days to reach there because you are lazy. I say, oh, there's a 10 kilo diamond, no matter, you will walk. Therefore, how to purify the laziness. But the second is the forgetfulness. The forgetfulness is another obstacle. Right? So also you can learn forgetfulness doesn't mean you cannot remember the object meditation. It doesn't mean somebody asks, what is the object meditation? You cannot remember. No. Yes, you surely will remember. Forgetfulness means first you are mindful on the breath for a few seconds. Next, a man is wandering. Mean forgetfulness means you really forget the chosen of meditation short time. Your mind has gone, mean you forget the object of meditation. Second is the forgetfulness. Third is let's stay examine together. Again, I already mentioned, right? Then let's see another and destruction. Then apply. Not applying, applying. Important another one. Then let's say you are doing, we are doing meditation on our breath. We are very good, we are fully mindful, no distraction or no excitement. So while we are focusing on breath, somehow you can feel your mind is going somewhere. You realize. Then we don't put effort, the mind bring back. Let it go. Let it go. Mean we are not applying the effort. Not applying effort. Not applying, right? Not applying. We must apply effort, bring the mind back to the object of meditation. Applying. Not applying. Second, applying also become obstacle. Let's say your mind is fully focused on your breath. Mentally you can see your breath, not so clearly, or see not so clearly. The vivi is not that intense. Then you become agitated. You put extra effort to have a more vividness. Then the minds run away. So we need to know when we should apply the effort. As a beginner, able to focus, able to see the breath is enough. Slowly you try to have a more clear. Right? This means you no need to put effort. You put effort is mistake. You're supposed to put effort. You didn't put effort is also mistake. Therefore, now you can see that. So when we talk about meditation, many people say close your eyes. Just focus on your object. This may look like you are having good sleeping. So I try to explain more clearly as a revision through the experience, right? Experience. Next, we surely go to the vipassana, samatha vipassana. Right? Okay. So before we do dedication, anybody has any question related to the vipassana obstacle? Any question? Any question? No, no, no. Okay. Any question? Yes.
When you mentioned when we breathe in, after that we hold a bit, and then breathe out, hold a bit. But my problem is when I breathe out, when I hold a bit, I feel out of breath.
Yeah, that's been you hold short time. There's a reason. There's a reason because as a beginner, so I ask why I have to pause. When you pause, also your mindfulness is there, right? Your mindfulness is there. When you release, mindfulness is there. After release, you pause, mindfulness is there. First few months, you need to realize, look like that you have a two breath. One is going in and stop. Going out, stop. The breathe in and out, two breath. Then slowly, you have become quite, you become quite good in mindfulness on your breath. Focus on breath for next few weeks or few months, okay? Then after a few weeks, you should not pause. You continuously breathe in and out, in and out, in and out. Then look like there's no two breath. Just one breath is going in, going out, going in, going out. Right? So like one breath. Then for this reason, then your breath become much shorter. The breath becomes very light, very short, very light, very short. And slowly you cannot feel your belly is raising up, raising down. You cannot feel your lung is raising up, raising down. Because the breath becomes so short. Lung raises up because, right? Then you have a short breath. You feel the lungs rest up and down. Cannot. Then the breath become more short. Focus become more vivid, clear. Right? When clear, the next step, when you meditate on emptiness, selflessness, is much easier. Everything we start until today, no progress in Dharma practice, anger cannot be controlled, attachment cannot, everything we are facing, we are stuck because of not having mindfulness, not having shamatha vipassana. Therefore, as a beginner, I ask you, every day you practice bodhicitta, also very much focus on how to achieve shamatha first, vipassana. After you achieve shamatha, vipassana is look like, I'm not saying my experience, huh? When I read the book, or after achieve shamatha, vipassana is very simple, very easy. You achieve shamatha today, next few days you can achieve the vipassana. Look like very easy. I'm not saying it easy for me. When you read the Lamrim, look like it's quite easy, right? Okay, so you feel difficult for short time. Also, you should not forcefully breathe in and out. You breathe in and out naturally, relaxedly, relaxedly. I know, once, let's say 10, 15 minutes, very difficult. The breath becomes long and short. Slowly, it's sure, 100% sure, your breath becomes very soft and your mind becomes more focusful. Then slowly you can feel the physical and mental cleansing. Really. Then you feel, I don't want to, get out. I want to sit, I want to sit, I want to sit. But that time when you feel, the very relaxing, is very peaceful. But you have to careful, make sure there's no laxity. Gross, subtle. Right? So what I said in the beginning, I have said in the last class, we believe, recitation, chanting, prayers can be very benefit. We just believe. We don't have a really evidence. We don't have a really experience. It doesn't mean there's no benefit. Surely there will be lots of benefit, recitation, chanting, prayers, making offerings. Surely 100%. But we cannot feel the immediate result, right? We cannot see the immediate result. Let's say I ask you, everybody of our life, you're going to accumulate a lot of merits. Everybody of our life. Then I ask, do you feel you accumulate merit? Somebody say, yeah, I feel happy. This new hair, you feel happy. You're not feeling the accumulating merit. That cannot feel. Then I said next day, okay, everybody, meditate on your breath for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I ask, how do you feel? Everybody feel, I feel very relaxed. I feel very calm. I feel much happier. You can see the result of meditation is right there. Right there. Okay. So I have a true arch or true kind of request, right? Request or arch? I know it starts arch, right? Request. Request for the next, now already we are in the January for March, right? April. 4 months finish. Only 8 months left. Have you realized how the almost 4 months finish? Very quick, very fast. The next 8 months also finish. Oh, now we are close to New Year, right? Oh, for the 1 year, what I really have been doing, what I really achieved, answer will be nothing, nothing. Sometimes, when I wake up early morning, I feel it's very, very boring. Wake up, wash your face, drink coffee, do research in Chinese, go for walking, come back. Again, well, every day we do the repetition, right? Routine, very boring, right? After you take shower, it's not enough. Next day you have to take another shower. You eat breakfast, not enough, you have to take lunch, dinner, then killing your stomach. It's very boring. At the end, if you somebody asks, is somebody going to ask, everybody write a kind of summarize for the 1 year, 2025, what did you achieve? Nobody have answer. For the 25 years, how many problems you face? How many difficulties you face? They will be long list. Am I right? Because we have been doing more without, we have been doing without having our kind of objective. We don't have objective. What do? We survive until we die. We do everything just for live, right? We do things for only for living. Then one day collect. We everybody collect. We never know. When we collect, people do, the what ceremony? The cremation? No. Funeral. The funeral ceremony, people often bring flower, people bring things. What? You already died. You can use the flower. You can enjoy the flower. Then some little people come around, eating food and drink and chit chat, or talking about. They left. What? Anyway, so when we collect, this is finished. We do something good for ourselves, good for others, benefit ourselves, benefit for others, not only benefit for this life, next life, after next life. We must do before we die. After that, no matter, okay, somebody also, a few minutes, many people asking question, it's okay to donate my organs. Then somebody say, if you donate your organs, next life you want not to have organs. But they never think, after we die, they fully burn our body. The next life, we would have nothing, everything burned. Right? So we very much care, after death, all the, the funeral, all the traditional things. Also, somebody still, before they die, they care, okay, after I die, you make this coffin, this color, this salsa, all this thing. What?
For nothing.
Nothing, right? So this means we have been doing for nothing, just for life. Okay? Okay, so two things, everyday meditate, practice bodhicitta, try to achieve shamatha and vipassana until 2026 come. I hope somebody can see 2026, somebody not to see 2026. Is a fact. Right? Okay, so all together, so we dedicate the marriage. First, all the married today, we dedicate ourselves to practice bodhicitta, wish to accomplish bodhicitta within this year. Dedicate all the married to achieve shamatha and vipassana. Through the shamatha and vipassana achievement, we're going to achieve liberation. Second, we dedicate the merit to benefit of sentient being, particularly for the world peace. So when you look at the news every day, look like I told in the beginning, 2025 won't be easy years. Look like so many problems will come. As a simple ordinary beings, we can share our merit for world peace, particularly peace for all the leaders of the different countries. Oh, they can realize the suffering. Hope they can realize the power of love and compassion, able to generate love and compassion towards all human beings. Last, we dedicate the merit to flourish the Buddha teaching in 10 direction, to live long like all the lineage gurus, particularly His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Jamba Bhaye Cheda Kempa Dong, Kundo Sangpo Deyan Deje, Eda Kunye Jesu Dalo Je Gewa Dida Tamje Rabu, Deson Shebe Gewa Tamje Yemo Akana Chodon Maba, Dagi Kewe Zawan Dikun, Zombo Cheche Rabdo Dona Pale Lame Kuze Den Kezun Tindin Sangpe Zade, Demi Chinda Madan Darwa Ye Tube Demba Yurin Negyu Chi. Okay, thank you so much for the class. Have a good Saturday.